It looks like New World is making quite the turn in recent days. Numbers have never really been higher on New World, and everyone just seems to be pretty excited. The buzz is just kind of feeding out through the community, and you can imagine all the content creators are going to be coming back now and making videos. And so as soon as this new Brimstone Sands comes out, you can just tell that it's going to get really busy. Things I wanted to talk about today, guys. I wanted to go over some of the things that maybe people haven't noticed have been out in New World since they've come back. You know, there are some people out there that have quit at like that sort of level. I see a lot of people that have quit the level 30 to like 40, 50 range, and they're sort of coming back to do their max levels and things like that. And so I just wanted to go over a few things that might be helpful to know that are now added in the game that perhaps weren't there when you started, when you came back to the game. Luckily, New World just posted a nice little info board on all the little things that have kind of been added since the release. So I'm just going to gloss over. We're going to talk about some of that, and we're going to go from there. So first things first, Tempest Heart. Tempest Heart was released. It is a absolutely gorgeous dungeon. There is no other dungeon in the MMO genre today that looks as pretty as Tempest Heart. It's very hard, it's quite challenging, but it's very fun, and when you go in there, visually, it just is something else. Tempest Heart is really something to behold, so that's something that you guys are really going to enjoy if you hadn't been able to play it last time. Barnacles and Black Powder. Barnacles and Black Powder has come out, pirate, lost themed. You know, a lot of we've seen a lot of it, and it's very Siren Queen-esque. The last boss is basically the Siren Queen with a few tornadoes. Not as original or striking as Tempest Heart, but Barnacles and Black Powder does have a very interesting Admiral Black Powder boss fight, where the mechanics are interesting. Not hard, just interesting, just fun. I won't spoil anything. I'll let you guys enjoy it. So yes, mutation expeditions were added. We've got elemental mutations, we've got promotion mutations, and curse mutations. Elemental mutations infuse enemies in the expedition with a specific elemental damage type, increasing their resistance to that damage type, converting a large portion of their damage to that type, and giving them powerful elemental-based abilities. Promotion mutations grants creatures in the expedition powerful new abilities. Curse mutations apply dangerous effects to players, forcing them to work together, overcome the curse powers at higher difficulties. Curses become empowered, creating additional tactical challenges. As of right now, Genesis, if you are doing the elite version of Genesis, you get damaged and stacks put on you every time you just dodge. So that's where we're talking. That's the levels that we're talking. New ways to PvP. Pretty awesome. 3v3 came out. It's a best of 5, 3v3. It is very fun. But I will say this, right? For everybody that's new and coming back, and because like me, and I can see it now. Some poor little chappy who's come off the game and hasn't been playing for ages is going to come back. His gear score's going to be, I don't know, 540, 530, 550 even. He's going to be thinking, oh, it's not that far away from, you know, the max expertise. Let's jump into a PvP. I'm sure I won't get stomped. Boy, oh boy. Have I got some bad news for you? You're going to get absolutely stomped. I uploaded a video not too long ago about the fastest way you can raise your expertise. So go check that out. Raise your expertise as fast as possible. The only unfortunate thing about 3v3 PvP is you really feel that difference in expertise. You really feel that difference when you're a 550. Like my friend, Tucker, who also is in the Discord and obviously does live streaming things as well. I think he got his expertise to around the 520, 30 mark, you know, and just these fights, they're no competition, unfortunately. They just, you know, a 625 player will absolutely ruin a 550 player, and it doesn't matter how good you are. You know, that is just the way it is, I'm afraid. So look at getting better gear, look at getting your expertise up, work on those gypsum, you know, that is your objective. If you want to compete, you want to try the 3v3s, then by all means, that's what you want to be focusing on. We obviously got the PvP reward track. absolutely love this thing. I mostly myself am a PvP player. I'm only track 10, so I'm obviously not very far. Oh, I got the next rank actually. Refreshing toast. That's really nice. What is my recent one? Refreshing and regenerating. That's also pretty nice. Refreshing resilient or freedom resilient, not bad, and some large. So you get like it's like a battle pass. It's basically like a battle pass. You get like good gear, and depending on what your gear score is of these items will depend on what is dropped, okay? So even though mine is saying 597, 593, 593, doesn't necessarily mean that yours are going to say that. It really does depend on your expertise, so please keep that in mind. It's very useful. You can get legendaries from this, and they are pretty, you'll pretty much always get very useful perks. You know, refreshing toast, freedom and resilient there. They're all considered PvP, PvP, what's the word I'm looking for here? Traits. They're all sort of like PvP perks, even, I guess, or whatever you want to call them. And they're always going to roll that way to make it more helpful for you. Okay, and then we had our new weapons that got added. We had the Void Gauntlet that was added. We had the Blunderbuss that was added. Void Gauntlet is an absolutely stunning pair with Life Staff. Obviously, that's what it was designed to go with. Scales with both intelligence and focus. Abilities include a void sword that you can pull out, petrifying scream to stun for a couple of seconds, oblivion that you can put down as like an AoE dot on the floor. So it's a good all-arounder, good weapon, and offers a melee option if you are a life staff user. This is really, it's for life staffs, really, to be honest. And then obviously we've got our Blunderbuss. It's a high mobility weapon, mid-range damage, although to be honest, not mid-range. It's definitely basically close range. You have to be very close to hit people with this. Good for bruiser or mage builds, scaling with strength and intelligence. Containment tree is all about closing the gap and unloading whole lead into the enemy's face. The chaos tree is focusing on keeping your distance and bombarding areas with explosive AoE damage. Players that reach level 60 and the maximum skill level with the new firearm can seek out Wang Tang Zi in Ebon Reach settlement to start a legendary weapon quest. So that is some of the big stuff that happened. I'm now going to just for the end of the video now, we're just going to quick fire through some of the last points that are made on the post, okay? So, easy 11, it now takes players less time to level, okay? So if you're very frustrated by the leveling process, it takes less time to level, and the trade skills are easier. New onboarding, new player experience. They had a little reworking of the earlier quests and things like that, but to be honest, if you're thinking about coming back or something like that, maybe even just wait until October, until this new one drops, because we know we're getting an entirely new rework then, and that's going to be really, really fun. New cross-region transfers, great. New housing quests, new enemies, new open-world activities, new expertise system. The only reason they say new expertise system is because it used to be called High Watermark, and it was rubbish, and it wasn't even a system. And then they actually made it a system and called it expertise. So expertise happened. New endgame loot activities such as open world named bosses, expedition outpost, rush arenas, corrupted breaches, so on and so forth. New quality of life improvements such as storage is now linked across all territories. Taxes have been reduced. Fast travel is now extremely low. You can queue for outpost, rush, arenas from anywhere. Players have now an unlimited tier 1 ammo. Only one player in the group is needed to an expedition to open the door. Inexpensive respec lets you try out lots of different builds that only cost a couple of $100 gold to do it now. And there are now global cooldowns for trade skills. The reason that is good is because what we used to have was when you would make your dailies, or you would do your daily gypsum, or you would open an elite chest, you would be able to open that elite chest 24 hours after you had opened it. Now it's on a 5 a.m. rotator. Every day at 5 a.m. So you can do it at your own time, right? Knowing that it's going to reset then, right? So if you come back earlier the next day, it's absolutely fine. Guys, that's about it. You know, that is everything that has been changed in New World. I really hope that this video was helpful, and I want to thank the New World team for posting such a very helpful piece of information. The link is down below if you'd like to have a little bit of a read yourself, and I hope to see you all in Eternum. Thanks very much, guys. See you in the next video. Peace!